Well, hello and welcome back. Thank you for coming back. Well, we're not in downtown Paphos, no, we're in Uptown Paphos, and we're going to take you for a little walk down some of the streets of the old town. Some of it's been refurbished, some of it hasn't, so let's take the good with the bad. But before we go, I'm going to introduce you to the most beautiful woman in the world, and her name is Miss Ochin Gracivia Leboeuf.
Hello everybody, how nice to see you again and again.
And again, so stick with us. Now, before we start, shall we tell some of the new viewers perhaps what Miss Ochin Gracivia Leboeuf actually means?
I don't mind.
So this is a name that I came up for my movie star Armenian wife, who happens to be the most beautiful woman in the world. She's also got a very, very good rear end. Let's have a look at it. Have a look at that. There we are. One of the greatest rear ends in the world, that's for sure. And a great, great smile and a great sense of humour. Now, Ochin. What does Ochin mean? Ochin?
Very
Gracivia
beautiful.
Leboeuf.
Love.
So, in plain, simple English, it means Miss Very Beautiful Love. That's the limit to my Russian. I thought those words sounded very, very good together. And one or two people have told us, well, your Russian's not too bad, Mr. Paul. And that's what I come up with, Miss Ochin Gracivia Leboeuf, the most beautiful woman in the world. Now, here's one of the shops with some works of art.
Wow.
So there's a lot of arts and craft shops, and there's a lot of shops full of antiques and that kind of thing when you come hunting in the old town of Paphos. Have a quick look inside that one. And there's a lot of shops waiting to welcome you, and arts and crafts and that kind of thing is pretty much the nature of Uptown Paphos. It's a place, an Aladdin's cave. I'll leave the camera there for you to feast your eyes on all of the bits and bobs in there, from jewellery to old sewing machines that have been refurbished, to pictures of Jesus, to works of art up and down the walls. It's a place full of gifts for your family, for your friends, or that very, very special gift perhaps for you. Now, I know every time we come to this area, Ochin Gracivia Leboeuf falls in love with something. Let's have a look into that window. Again, I'll allow you to feast your eyes on some of the works of art that are in there. Some old things, some new things, some refurbished things, but above all else, they are works of art. So get yourself down to Paphos and Uptown Paphos and have a good rummage around, and you never know, you might find something absolutely spectacular. You see it?
Sorry for the noises, but these places, these little streets of Uptown Paphos, becoming more and more homish and very nice. They are looking after every single tree, and they are cleaning the areas, and it's becoming more and more beautiful, by the way.
Yeah, the old town of Paphos, Uptown Paphos as we call it, has gone through a major, and I mean major, refurbishment. The Gumbaru #1, the mayor, he's a friend of mine. Well, I think he's a friend of mine anyway. He's got a great, great plan for the place. He understood that the old town as it stood could not continue. It was a place full of cheap, tacky bars and restaurants, shall we say, and cheap, tacky gift shops, and that wasn't going to keep going for that much longer. So we decided to knock a lot of it down, shut a lot of it down, close the old market down, built a new one. He's refurbished loads of the shops. He's come up with a plan to make sensible rents to allow the arts and crafts to survive. And of course, along with that comes the cafe culture, and along with that comes a thing that begins with M, and that thing is money. So once you bring the heart back into the old town, you're going to bring the money, and the money is what makes the world go round, and it's going to make this great, great place that it always was, and it was always waiting to be. Now, Gracivia Leboeuf is doing a bit of monkeying around, as usual. There we are.
Oh, yes, Mr. Paul, you
Yes.
have to sit on the other.
Well, I was thinking about coming round and have a look at the rear end, to be honest. Well, I'm not sure that's what the viewers want to see. They really want to see that rear end, because our viewers are slightly top heavy, about 69% male and only 30% female, which is a shame for me, obviously. You see?
It's shame for you. I think so.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, it's nice. It's nice
Yes.
horses.
So right in the centre here is a nice little area for the littlies or the oldies to have a little monkey around, and it's pretty safe there's walls all around it, there's nice soft spongy stuff on the ground, so we're not saying they can't hurt themselves, they can obviously, but in general it's a pretty safe place to be, and it's something that wasn't here before, and it's something that is a very nice feature indeed. There you go, Gracivi, there's something for you to have a little spin around on. And again, we get to watch your rear end. There we are. You watch you don't fall on your rear end, Gracivi, out of the booth.
Oh, it doesn't stop now. Oh, I'm getting dizzy, Mr. Paul.
There we are.
Oh, please stop. Oh, you can. Ah.
Now, who told you that we don't show you Paphos in a slightly different way? Who told you that we don't bring that little bit of fun to some of our videos? When you've got a nutcase, an idiot like me, in a pair of blue sunglasses and a blue hat, and a nutcase like that, he's quite happy to show her rear end on camera, that's for sure, as she monkeys around. This is daily life for Mr. Paul and Mr. Oching Gracivi LaBouffe. We don't take life too seriously. Luckily, we managed to earn just enough money. So luckily, we're able to monkey around that little bit. And we live in a place called Paphos, which to be honest, is one of the greatest places in the world. The sun, as you can see, is shining. We are in almost mid-October. And, well, I ain't planning on putting a jacket on, that's for sure. So, stick with us. We're going to take you out back into some of the streets of the older part of Paphos, and we'd like you to come with us.
Why don't we close the road over there?
We're going to go that way, okay?
Just a different-
So I'll follow your rear end. You show me the way, and we'll go and have a look.
Oh, it's still going around.
It's still going round, the merry-go-round. There we are. It reminds me of the magic roundabout. There we are. Let's follow that rear end. Now, in the old town of Paphos, like I said, there's a lot of arts and craft shops, there's a lot of boutiques for the ladies, and there's an awful lot of cafe society. Have a look at some of the works of art as we go through here. Have a look at that. Absolutely spectacular. Beautiful coffee shop with an array of cocktails and drinks. Some of them are open and some of them are not open yet. You've got a further coffee shop, ice cream parlour over there. You've got nice opticians. And you can wiggle and waggle for hours around here. And on every corner, there's one of these rather nice shops that's full of art. Feast your eyes in there. There's something for everyone. And remember, that Christmas season is coming, that special festive season. So if you're looking for something special, get yourself down to the old town of Paphos and have a good rummage around. Because I can see, as you can see now, there's an awful lot of Christmassy products going on over there. And Gracivi LaBouffe has obviously found something.
Look how beautiful things it is here. It's you may think it's very simple, but it is simple. But sometimes the simple needs a very big thought.
There's a lot of thought gone into some of these things, yeah. And you can see some of them are quite unique. They're not to all tastes, we understand that bit. But overall, I think there is something in that window that most people would like to have in their lounge or their front room, or perhaps on that special terrace. Anyway, you see the
me
booth.
and you, how we met, this man and the woman.
Is that how we met?
Yes.
Well, he's wearing a red hat, so it
I was
probably
in
wasn't
a red
me.
dress, you was in a grey up and down.
Underwear?
No,
No.
it's just how you
Was I
call
wearing a red hat? Probably
jacket. No.
not. No. Very rarely would Mr. Paul wear a red hat. I do have a camouflage hat that I'm quite partial to, and I do have a wardrobe full of blue hats, which I'm quite partial to. And I'm quite partial to that rear end as well. Have a look at that. I've noticed, Gracivi LaBouffe, you are dressed in a lot of blue today. It's a shame, but we're not down by the blue Mediterranean Sea. Because normally we are, and well, as you understand, the sea is blue, the sky is blue, I'm dressed head to toe in blue. Tonight she's pretty much head to toe in blue. All that's actually missing is...
You, of course you. So get yourself to the big boat, yacht,
Bird.
or a canoe and start paddling like crazy.
There we go. Because all that's actually missing is...
It's you.
you. So stick with us as we wiggle and we waggle on... Well, it's a nice warm evening, that's for sure. But as you can see, most of the businesses are closed, but that's not a bad thing, because it means we're allowed to have a little nosy on round and show you some little hidden secret treasures. Coming up here is a rather nice little coffee shop, which is getting ready to serve, well, a little bit of dinner for tonight, that's for sure. It's obviously expecting a busy night because there's tables literally everywhere. And if you come into the old town later on in the evening, 7:30, 8 o'clock at night as it goes dark, you will find a lot of these restaurants and bars are absolutely packed with the locals and of course foreigners who know about these little nooks and crannies, and we all come down and we have a great time indeed. Over here you've got a fashion boutique, some rather nice dresses, some rather nice shoes. Grisivy LaBouffe has gone for a nose, so let's go and see what she's spotted. This could be one of those shops, Mr. Jeremy, Mr. Simon, that you could find your credit card gets absolutely maxed out.
It's in Nutcase. It's not a cheap shop.
Not a cheap shop. She's already starting to warn you. It's not a cheap shop. And she's getting excited. I can tell that. Yeah. So let's get to the end of this road, and then it could be time for that very big goodbye. And if you like what you see, please hit the like, click subscribe, and come back for a little bit more of our madness. The like tells YouTube that perhaps we're not doing something too bad. And of course, if you subscribe, well, it tells us that you are now a member of our family. And if you want to give that special appreciation to the channel, please consider buying us a coffee, or please consider hitting the thanks button and making a small contribution. Now, we'll take you just up here and we'll show you that last little cafe restaurant. I think it's time for Grisivy LaBouffe to give us that very good goodbye.
Do you know, after working not very long way, but whatever way we did, I would like to tell you all that Uptown Paphos is becoming more and more interesting to see. And what I mean, it's not only the shops, it's not only the art, it's some new buildings that I have never seen before. The buildings may be not very new, but it's been facading.
The facades.
And it's been renovating in such a nice way that I think that it's building a brand new building. I'm telling you again and again, it's beautiful. The little streets are good looked after, and you will totally enjoy your walking around. And if you start to be feeling hungry, you can always eat something and drink something. We're wishing you many lovely shoppings, walkings around the Paphos and around Cyprus as well. And many thanks for watching. And please don't forget to come and see another of our madnesses. Many kisses. Bye bye.
Thanks for watching.